Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Eclipse wonderment of the world right now. What is up, rays of sunshine? I am here today to deliver a channeled message as well as a card pull. And I don't know why my screen is glitching and everything started glitching right now, but that's okay, right? That's the way it goes. If you can hear the music in the background, I do own the rights to it. I created it. And I will post all of that information beneath the video, as well as it will be released on Friday on my Hertz Music channel. So, I have a message today from the Galactic Council for those following the path of the sun. Okay? I am an Ascension Master, a Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. Since 2019, I had a Kundalini awakening. And amazing things started happening to me and through me. My journey was not normal. I know there are many beings that channel things that are healers, but mine truly was not normal. And it all entailed the return of Christ, okay? And I was activating pyramids. I was raising Atlantis, freeing Jesus's soul, undoing all darkness back to the beginning of time, clearing the Holy Grail. What was that? It's all there. I did that part of it live on Christmas Day in 22 on this channel, okay? So this channel is truly based in the return of Christ. It's very important in it. It was an amazing journey. So it's not what we think it was. Number one, okay? The return of Christ is not what we think it was. I am not the masculine component. I am the feminine. I have a twin flame, a twin soul, I found out during my awakening. And part of my journey was uniting on every level with him. And I don't know what's going on with the light. Let's see if I can fix that. All right. Hopefully that helps. Okay. So the things that I do and talk about are somewhat similar, but they run a little differently, okay? And so if you found this, there's a reason. It's important to push past the resistance, to push past any judgment, because none of that is God, okay? And it likes to keep you from seeing things that are important. It really does. Because the ascension, the return of Christ, is not just a given. It is a rite of passage. And it comes through you, through the work that you do. Through your choices, hidden in disguise. Your choices that you have been making, will continue to make, are all based in doors, walking through doors hidden in disguise, right? Through choices hidden in disguise. The world right now is here to help you either rise or you choose your karmic demise, okay? And that's what's happening. That is the only split that is allowed to be here at this time, is darkness to light, okay? We can no longer be duality, my friends, no longer at all. You have to release all forms of duality. You have to choose love and light and to rise higher and higher in frequency, okay? Now, today I did a very beautiful healing for my Patreon members. We walked a path. It was to help us realign to our soul path or clear any unclarity along the soul path, as well as we went to the Tree of Life and received healing and a message from the Tree of Life. It was quite beautiful. So for my Patreon members, that is up there. If you want to join Patreon, I always do full moon healings on there. I will do some manifestation things on there sometimes. And then I will do extras. Like today I did the eclipse healing on there. So, you know, you get quite a bit through that platform. If you want to join Patreon, you'd have to join the highest tier, which is not that expensive at all. But that's for those that it's called to. If you truly want to heal in the ascension through the one that brought it about, I have multiple avenues, okay? I do some guided healings on here. I have a Hertz Creation Music channel. I have a Healing Light Movement channel where I do things like Tai Chi, Qigong, master style healing movements and light healing on that one. And everything I do is designed to help guide you through these energy portals. So for those that truly do want to see, want to feel it, want to rise, I've got everything for you, okay? So today we have a message from the Galactic Council, Pleiadian Light, and then I have 3 of my decks that I created, as well as the power of surrendering, okay? So we have some messages coming through today for this eclipse, all right? Now, I've channeled this message, and it came through from the Galactic Council, Pleiadian of Light. And it's about what's happening in the energies right now. And it kind of does go with the weekly energy that I did Monday. So you can watch that as well to know the energy of this week. But it's all here to help you navigate through these massive energetic waves, right? They are massive. They are here to help us rise. That's the point. That's the hope. That's the state that we're in. So if you pay attention to this image right here, there's a person with a head, and it's kind of being expanded, right? Reactivated. Now, a lot of the things that are happening right now, I need to reiterate this because it's going to come through in this message as well, are beyond the mind. They are beyond a third dimensional cortex of understanding. They are beyond the matrix. They are very vast, very high vibrational. So the higher your vibration goes, the more you can understand these messages and what is happening at this time, and the more you can better make the right choices to navigate to the right light. Okay? Because we cannot be duality, and there is a battle in you against that. Okay? Absolutely. That's why they call it the battle of the soul, which is being more understood now at this time. Okay? The vibration is rising so high right now that people are awakening on a deeper level, whether they want to or not, right? We're seeing things, we're hearing things, we're feeling things we may not have been accustomed to feeling and seeing and hearing before. Some people are more accepting of it, they're saying, and others are not, and that's okay. Some people, it invokes, their anger and fear, and it's meant to do that. That way it's about where your heart is at. Okay? So within the return of Christ, it's not about Judgment Day. It is about a measurement of your heart. Okay? Where is your heart? Is your heart based in love, unconditional? Do you crave more love? Do you look for ways of love? Or are you stuck in the wounded matrix play out and fear and ego and this timelines that don't exist, right? Because in the new earth and true return of Christ and true ethereal expansion and true all-knowing and understanding and enlightenment, the only time that exists is right here and right now. Everything is connected to the here and the now only, and you send out waves of vibration, and like a boomerang, they return. So everything that I did in the return of Christ has already been done to your earth and in the ethereal and in the planetary alignments and on the poles, and now it's starting to boomerang back into your reality. Okay, and so they want me to say that. So everything is done in the energy first, and then it becomes your reality. Just like manifesting, okay? So activating the pyramids. I have done all of this work since 2019. It took me 5 years to undo what took them lifetimes to create, okay? And it is now playing out in your reality. And trust me, I didn't understand it all until it was complete. It was just part of my awakening and what I was nudged to do and me following my heart the whole way, okay? So I would be told, go here, and we would do a workshop, and I would go here. And then the next thing I knew, I was activating Fiji or clearing Mount Shasta, cutting off all of California to life support because it was quite dark, okay? There's so many things in the world that we did not know, that they lied about. They would take little pieces of the truth. That way you can feel them here, and then lie the rest to you. Now, the new earth, we cannot have lies. We cannot be hiding behind masks. We have to be our authentic self. We have to be vulnerable and strengthen vulnerability. We need to be accompanied and engulfed in love, right? Guided by what we love, guided by our true joys in our heart center, not ego, not the mind. There is a huge difference, okay? So now I'm going to give this energy of the eclipse. We are right now getting close to the eclipse in my area. It's supposed to hit at noon, I think, in my area today. I am in Colorado, but you guys, whenever you find this, you're feeling it, okay? So it is timeless, truly, but this is occurring during the eclipse energies, this video. So the Galactic Council is present, okay, and they have a message. Now, the reason Pleiadians are so present at this time is because during the return of Christ, I took us into 7D, not 5D. We are combining with the Pleiadian galaxy. And you don't have to believe me because it's beyond your limited mind. Okay? The videos are here on this channel. You can actually watch the work. In order to heal through them, though, would be the path to righteousness. So keep that in mind. Because it takes one step after the other. It's a lot of layers of healing required. And there's a lot of brain upgrading and things that I've actually done during the Return of Christ work. So to understand that we are going into the Pleiades galaxy is beyond the mind. And also science on this earth is not caught up to quantum physics and what it truly is, okay? Everything I've done is quantum physics related. So Pleiadian energy, the Pleiadian galaxy, 7th dimensional realm is what we are truly becoming. And you do have to heal enough to accept it, but at least rise to 5D, right? But also to heal enough to be present in the 7th dimensional plane, okay? So we will be walking amongst the earth with the angels and gods and the presence of the One, and that is the new earth. And if you can't be duality to do that. Okay, because the vibrations don't match. And I've been saying this since I began this journey. Vibrations don't match with duality, with karma. Any karma is things outside of love, unconditional. Okay, that's where the shadow took your power away. All right, so the vibrations don't match. And with these eclipses, with these movements with the sun and the moon, they're very relevant because I did the work to the sun and the moon as well during the return of Christ. I started healing the moon way back in 2019, 2020. And in the path to righteousness, there's like, I don't know, 8 videos of moon healings or more. And the sun, ooh, the chills. And so there's been a lot done to the moon. All darkness from the moon has been removed. Horus has returned. Sekhmet has returned. Jesus and Mary Magdalene have returned and reunited. The Holy Grail was undone. The poles were rearranged and shifted. This is true. And I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried, okay? So just be open to the videos. They're all in my Ascension playlist. At least ones God wanted you to see. To heal in them, though, there's a lot more. Like, there was a lot more than what you can see on this channel that I did. It took me almost every day doing the work for 5 years, 5.5 years, okay? It was a lot. It really was. But it's relevant because these eclipse energies, why are they so potent? Why are they so important at this time? Why is the sun so important at this time? What's happening with the moon? It's all relevant for the return of Christ, okay? It wasn't just pyramids that we reactivated, the masculine and feminine. It wasn't just Mount Shasta that we cleared. It was undoing the false ties to time. That's going to come in this message as well. And to the sun and the moon. Okay, and you can see that there is actually a guided meditation on this channel that will help you undo the false concept of time. It is in the Ascension playlist, the Return of Christ playlist. Because time as we knew it on this earth was false. They changed your seasons. They changed your reality. They shortened your lifespan. We became much more dense in energy rather than expansive. And in 70 reality, in ethereal expansion, we have to expand. We need to expand the mind, our energetic base, our knowing, okay? And not keep it limited to what we used to know because it doesn't align. I promise you that, okay? You with me so far? I hope so. Everything I say is proven, you guys. I'm not crazy. I have a psychology degree. I've had evaluations done and I used to give them in my day. I worked in behavioral. You know, I know it sounds out there. I get that. And I know everybody's looking for a man named Jesus. I get that too. But if you watch this channel, you'll actually see who that is. It is my twin soul. Okay. But it's not just Jesus we're looking for. What happened to Adam and Eve and Sekhmet and Horus? Okay. Consider it started with Adam and Eve and everything after that was a fragment of the soul. Okay. So the solar eclipse and the moon energies right now are intense and they're meant to be. They are here to help you realign. Okay, so some are going to go this way, some are going to go this way, and that's what we're going to continue to do until it's done. Okay, and the end is getting closer and closer to the ascension energies, to the totality of the work that I did. So I activated 13 pyramids. There's 13 gates. I dried the Nile, turned it blood, called my power back there. All darkness has been removed. And you either must remove yourself from it to stay, or you don't match the energies to stay. And it does take a lot of healing, okay? And no judgment. Judgment's not of God. All right, but everything they told you was a lie. They gave you little bits and pieces of truth in order to truly manipulate you. Also, they want me to also mention that religion was not of God. That was a shadow, because God is no divide. Okay? So the true cross is the Ankh. And it broke when they separated Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Adam and Eve, and Sekhmet and Horus. It broke because it represents masculine and feminine coming together to create the whole. Okay? And so that's why they hung Jesus on a cross, because they murdered him. They took his blood. They wrote a contract. It's all there. You can watch all of it. And he never died on a cross. They burned him, so he had no body to hang. But it broke. And that's when they created religion and divided all of the souls, right? The totality of religion came into place. And across all of the religious cortexes, there were symbols placed in each one of them. And so those were actually called back to the whole. We can no longer be divided, and we can no longer be duality. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. So this is their message, and hopefully you can receive it better now, knowing all the details of everything that I just gave. Okay? All right, so the solar eclipse, right now, you can feel it. It's a tough one. You must breathe through the tension, okay? But the solar eclipse will realign you and at times help define you. Okay, that is the very simplest form of what you can say it is. The solar eclipse is here to help realign you and at times will help define you. God's presence is here. It is walking this earth. The gods of time are here. They are here. Okay? The more you rise in frequency, the more we will feel their presence. We will know they're here. And soon enough, we will see their existence. Like the angelic realm lives in 70. Like we are going to be combining with them more and more and more. And Pleiadians and different species. And we are like a multiverse now. Okay? So this is real. This is true. At least those that will ascend. If this makes no sense to you, if you go immediately into judgment, then you won't be able to receive all of this and stay with it, right? Some will go, some will stay, and some will never know life this way. That is what you call Judgment Day. All right, back to the message. God's presence is here. Tune deeply into details, okay? And release deeply what does not align. You must calm the mind. So when I say this, it's much more complex than just that. Like, have you ever tuned deeply into your body and then taken it deeper and deeper? Have you ever tuned intricately into each chakra and taken it deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper? And what about your emotions? Have you ever tuned? We have to be pure so that we can feel them all, right? We're taught to be masked. We're taught to take drugs. We're taught to run from emotions. But can you be pure in the body and the mind, so no substances blocking you, lots of water, and then tune deeply into your emotions and know what to do with them? It's so important at this time. And these are the things that I teach and heal people into in my Academy of Light Healers, in my Path to Right. It's like it takes a lot of healing. I understand that. But no matter where you're at, do this, okay? It's a necessity. That's why God bypassed time and said, you are on your own now. You either rise or you don't. But, you know, do you choose love and light, or do you choose judgment, fear, ego, money, okay? Tune deeply into the details and release deeply what doesn't align, and make sure you calm the mind, okay? Because the mind goes with the false veil, which was Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is what created the false veil. All right. Mount Shasta was not of light. And I will say this and people will be like, BS. And no, it's actually true. You have to watch the videos. Okay. In Mount Shasta Part 2, the original fallen burned, which was Archangel Samael. Excuse me. He burned in Part 2. I am so good at always choking on my spit. Inhale air, not liquid. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So in Mount Shasta Part 1, I released hundreds of souls. And somebody else did this painting right here before I did the work and sent it to me. They did a reading on my energy, and this is what came through. And she's like, I don't understand this, but I was told to send it to you. I'm like, okay. Then eventually over the years, I did the work, and I was like, so there's a lot of proof, okay? But Mount Shasta was very dirty. They stole the root chakra from Fiji. They created this all dirty space of energy of God, and they stole the all-knowing. They stole the all-connectedness. Okay, that's what the triangle with the eye represents. And it was over Mount Shasta. And in clearing it, I removed that and returned it back to the God portal at Fiji. And I opened up the God portal. Okay, and that is part of the return of Christ, all right? So it takes a lot to understand the totality of these messages that I bring. And I watch this time and time again. People will hear it, but they don't hear it. They will see me, but they don't see me. Okay, because you can only see and hear to where your shadow is. And right now, if you have duality, if you have shadow, it's becoming harder to hear. Okay? So just understand that. It's really complex. It's beyond our third dimensional mind. Okay? And so are these energies. So, when God is present, it takes a deep, deep surrendering and tuning in to hear and to receive and to see and to feel. And it takes releasing of the shadow to see it all clearly. Okay? So, it takes stillness and calmness, a high vibration to ride this wave. Okay? To ride this wave of change, of frequency and sound in order to rise to the next level, it takes pure stillness and calmness and a very high vibration to truly ride this wave all the way. Every one of these waves is a portal ascending. Okay? We are ascending at this time in the earth. The decision is yours. You will see the doors you have chosen along the way. That's what this eclipse is bringing in. You are going to see your choices, past or present. Okay? You are going to begin to see the doors you chose to rise through or not. All right? But the decision is yours. God cannot say, I choose you and I choose you. There is no chosen ones. There are those who choose the call. Okay? Energies in flight, heavenly plight, beyond what the mind can take. Must take care, and one should upgrade through healings along the way. Okay? So again, in the ascension work, in the path to righteousness, I don't even know how many times I had to heal and upgrade the brain. Truly. The cerebral cortex, the central nervous system, you know, everything, the immune system. We had to undo the virus matrix wall. And all of that is in the path to righteousness. That's why that was a gift. It was everything you needed. And so it does take a lot of healing and a lot of releasing to understand the totality of what's going on right now. And even starseeds and light workers can only take on so much, you guys. It's a lot. It really, these energies are massive. Okay? And so they do take a lot of care. They do take a lot of healing and intricately tuning inward, being very careful with the decisions you make, because the shadow is deceptive. And it wants to be. It wants to fool you into giving your power to it. Okay? Because if it wasn't deceptive, chances are you wouldn't choose it. Right? So it likes to deceive you. And it's very good at it. It is very good at it. And I'm getting chills when I say that. Okay. So, your heart is measured by the love that you give and take. Okay. Your heart is measured by the love that you give and the love that you take or accept. It's time to rise to heaven's state. The frequency of divine, the alignment of 9 is coming through now. I'm going to read that little part again because it took me a second to understand what I was seeing when I said it. I mean, it did and it didn't, but hear this. It's time to rise to heaven's state. Just like I said, you can't be duality. The frequency of divine, the alignment of 9 is coming through now. Now this reminds me of the 369, okay? And everything that I did was on 1s, 3s, 6, and 9s. A lot of the dates, a lot of the times, a lot of the processing time that the work that I did took aligned with 3, 6, and 9. Tesla codes, right? They weren't Tesla's codes. He just tuned into them. They are frequencies of higher light, okay? So we call them numbers, but they're actually waves of frequency. But the number 9, the wave of 9 helps us release, right? So when I see this, it's another gate of division or transmutation. It just depends on where your karma is and where your heart is. So some are going to truly, with this eclipse, it's like a crossroads, and some are going to go left and some are going to go right, and some might be going this way. Okay? Some will go, some will stay, and some will never know life this way, right? But the frequency number 9 truly talks about releasing what does not align. So there's layers to that. There is layers of that. Also, have you ever heard people talk about the Council of 9? Yeah. You know, there's relevance within 3, 6, 9, and 1s that are related to spirit, as well as 7s, and you know, we can take it a little deeper. That goes into how to communicate with spirit. Okay. Another one of my courses. I'm not here to do that. But know that it is time to rise to heaven's state. The frequency of divine alignment of 9 is coming through now. Okay. The frequency of the divine, the alignment of 9 is coming through now. So if you're not at least a level of that vibration, you can't align with this. Okay. So that's, and because God bypassed some time and put us through the portal of the Nile, what does that mean? That means we are rising right now through the portals, okay? This is it. The time to rise is now or never. We can't wait any longer. We needed to be healed now, right? So you must match this vibration. So solar eclipse energies help defragment the mind and either bind or unbind. Okay? So it's a little bit like, chaos leading up to it, right? That pressure, that tension, that confusion of the mind. And then once it's here and moves along, we're like, whew, I got clarity again. But it will either bind or unbind depending upon your heart measurements. So love. Are you a being of love and light, or are you a being of shadow and judgment and karmic delight? Okay, then this final part of the message, very important right now, is 11:11 right now. Time is in rewind. Right, when I said 11:11, that's very interesting. Time is in rewind. Okay, so I undid the false concept of time, but I also took us back to the beginning of time. So recently, you guys, the limited space, if you're not healed enough to understand this, you may not. And that is what it is. But recently, I took us through all the portals. I implemented them. And during that, Adam and Eve's soul fragments of mine aligned. Okay, and it was quite intense. I processed the snake and the temptation scenario. I processed it out. So the snake began chasing me in my dream, and it threw up this white rat, which means purity. We cleansed it. And then at that time, my totality of my soul fragment aligned. And it was Adam and Eve's timeline. So we are going back to the beginning of time. And then once we hit that state, it's like poof. And that's beyond your mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? So In the energy, we're going backwards. Israel is unwinding. That's why they're in war. The earth is spewing out and cleansing what was done to her. We are kind of rewinding time. So you have to undo the false concept of time. And it's going back to the beginning of time. Pyramids activations are not normal. I don't do things that are normal. Okay? There is not one other being on this planet that can say they've done that. And so what I talk about isn't normal. It's going to be beyond your limited mind. But it's up to you to choose past the resistance of judgment and fear. And choose to see these things, even if you don't quite understand them yet, okay? And everything I've done is recorded and processed and witnessed. However, I didn't upload this part of it yet. But we have united the totality of the souls from Jesus and Mary Magdalene to Adam and Eve and Sekhmet and Horus. And the timeline went Jesus and Mary Magdalene first, then it was Sekhmet and Horus, and now Adam and Eve. And so in the ethereal, in your physical realm now, you are rewinding time through that process to all the darkness that was created. And you have to undo it along the way or not through your choices hidden in disguise, okay? I hope that makes sense. It's quite complex. I'm about to pull some cards, so hopefully you all are staying with me for that. Once we get to that beginning of time, then the flash ensues. We unite with the energies completely, and we fully rise. And that's what just came through. Okay, so time is in rewind. Tune into the deep energy of the body to release all connections to time. All right, that's what you must do right now. And now I will pull the cards for those that are still with me, that can still hear me, that still want to receive the message. And I thank you for being here if you still are. Because it is scary to bring judgment into this place. Not that scary exists. Scary isn't real. But when you bring judgments into the truth of God, it really does bind and blind you. So be careful with that, okay? When I brought down the blood of Christ and when I united Jesus and Mary Magdalene and undid the Holy Grail, it specifically stated in there, do not bring judgments here. They are not of God, and they will take you out. And it's like, why can't everybody rise? Because if you bring the shadow with me, you will burn. You don't align to the energies. The frequencies are so powerful. And I'm not saying you're going to just go, I'm just saying it you can't be duality. We cannot carry both darkness and light. You cannot take the dark into the light anymore. Okay, so you will become a fallen, all right, and you don't want to do that. So just, even if it doesn't make sense, cool, I get you, it doesn't. I understand that, but watch the videos. Just take your time with it, okay? Maybe work with me a time or two or three or four, because in truth, the more people work with me, the more they rise and awaken and heal and can see the truth, okay? So just, and it's all real. It's not gibbly-gook, I promise you. I know you guys are used to lies and you're used to a lot of things, but I am not those, okay? All right, so let's see what the cards say. Let's see what the cards say for this eclipse today. Now, this is from my Ascension deck. I made this deck. It channeled through while I was activating all the portals. And it ended after the Nile portal, and that's when I was complete, and I put it together and published it. I am going to change it, I think, just the design of it. But these are Ascension healing messages of the gods, okay? Whoop. All right, so we have those. Let's see what they say. Oh, yep. Okay, so we have the earth can shape you. It can either make you or break you. It all depends on where you place your roots. You must be rooted into the right things, okay? Into spirituality, into ethereal, into expansion, into healing, into knowing that it's a war of the darkness and light, at least, right? Into not choosing the darkness the whole way. You have to choose love the whole way. And if you anchor into the right things, meditation, grounding, healing, love, joy, water, and keep going in strength in the spirit and the angels, because even the angels can't go backwards anymore. They cannot go to where the matrix lies anymore. So you have to anchor into the right things, okay? The earth is going to either shape you or break you. Okay, and that's was in this message, wasn't it? Let's see here. The decision is yours. You will see the doors you have chosen. Energies of in flight, heavenly plight, beyond what the mind can take. So where was that part? Let's see here. This eclipse, solar eclipse energies help defragment the mind, either bind or unbind. Okay. And so that's basically what it is. It's either going to help you rise or it's going to be your karmic demise. It's up to where your heart is. Okay. But when you're rooted into the right places, when love truly is your guide, you generally will open and defragment the mind. Imagination equals creation. Everything came from someone's imagination first. I love this card. Okay. I oftentimes have this, like, why, apparently, like, why don't people care about what I do? Imagination equals creation. We must allow our imagination to become created, because everything you see came from somebody's imagination. My decks of cards did, right? It came from my channeling. I channeled them through, but that's in a space where imagination comes through. Okay. It's like being an artist. You go into the zone, right? And you bring things through from your heart and from the sudden insights you get, from being guided from your joy and your love, same kind of thing, okay? So imagination equals creation. Everything came from someone's imagination first. Everything. So don't doubt your own, okay? And my friends, this is the road less traveled. That is why at times we can be and feel so alone, all right? In the beginning of this journey on this channel, you'll see this a lot. When I was doing the pyramid activations and things, God said 100 times over, it is a soul journey right now. We need to be internal, not focused on what others think or what others are doing, because everybody has a shadow. And the shadow works through individuals, and they can pick up that energy and throw it at you without even knowing it. Okay? So we do need to kind of travel inward, travel through the soul. And it is lonely. It does feel different because we're used to being codependent. Okay? A lot of us are. Also, when you have an awakening, you'll start to separate from people because your vibration starts to shift and it no longer matches those that you were around. Plus, if we are connected to those energies, we cannot see clearly. So there's multiple reasons to why we separate from people when we awakened. And also the ascension, you basically ascend alone and some will follow with you, right? But not exactly together. Does that make sense? There is some separation there. So it is a road less traveled and not everybody is going to choose to go, okay? So that is why at times we can be and feel so alone, but we are not alone, all right? Spirit is always there. And this is the last one out of the Ascension deck. Of this one, the Ascension Portal Messages of the Gods. The sky is not the limit. We do not know how far we can go or how much we can do until we test it. Reach beyond the stars, reach beyond the sky. Okay? There is no limits. You create what you believe. You create what you see, and everything around you is truly a reflection of you. Okay. All right. I'm going to clear some energies really quick because it just got feeling funky. Now, I will pull from my other brand new deck that I just finished. I love this deck dearly. It is my absolute favorite out of all three. I love all three of them, though. Guided Descending Light, Epic Light Healing Journey by Master Juniper Bloom Mystique. Okay, all of these are ascension-based that I do, but for love and healing, too. And I'm even kind of getting a message of the next deck I will be creating. So there's more to come. This one is my third deck. The one that I just pulled from was my second one. So you will not see them anywhere across the globe, except for right here. Okay, so let's see what this deck has to say for today's eclipse energies. Whoa. I'm going to do that again just because my hair was involved and I don't know if the message was right. So, oop. Oop, they are flying out. They are. Oh, I love this. Okay, whoop. Let's see what else comes out. I feel like there's 2 more. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Actually, that one had 2 in it. Okay, so let's see what they say. Oh, okay. This one came out earlier today in Facebook. So that makes sense. And there's another reflection of that in here. Okay. So we have quite a few things here. Where do I start? Let's start with the first one that came out. Release old patterning and outdated blueprint. Okay. We cannot do things the way we used to do them. We cannot see things the way we used to see them. We have to grow as a soul, and the time is now to do that, okay? The new blueprint of the earth is different than the old blueprint. It's even different than Atlantis once was, because I have ascended Atlantis as well, 7D. So we have to understand that we don't understand. We have to understand that it's about releasing and releasing and releasing and releasing until we find the totality of the creation of our soul. Back to the beginning of time, to when you were created as a soul. So the pureness of your soul. All right. And so we have to release outdated patterning. This is also a sign of a karmic playout. Karma plays in cyclic behavior and patterning. Okay. So the more you tune into the patternings of your life and you release the old outdated patterning, you're helping to heal that karma. You don't want to cut ties and burn those contracts. I've said this 1,000 times. If you have cut ties to karmic contracts and energies and burned them, they cannot rise for you to clear. Okay? And there was a big shadow in the spiritual community doing that for a lot of people for a long time. You used to be able to do that because this was a karmic play out earth, and we would get to come back next time and do it. You can't now. We have to be a new blueprint of the soul, of life, okay? We also have Merkaba activations coming in here, so if you wish to receive those, tune into the image and place it into your heart space. This card is not just guidance, it's a healing deck. All of them really are. But this one came with sigils. So just receive this into your heart. Okay? There's major Merkaba activations coming in, which relate to the sun and the moon, Father Sky, Mother Earth, masculine and feminine, Sekhmet and Horus, Eye of Horus, Eye of Ra. It's all related. So our Merkaba must be activated and healed and pretty much light body to rise. Okay? We need motivational playlist, music activations. So ride the waves of frequency and sound. Music is very important. That's why I create Hertz music as well. It's a part of our healing layers. So also on the lower side of that is I freaking love music. I love to dance. I love to sing. I do it quite often. I love playing instruments. It makes me feel good, right? So get your motivational playlist out and use it to motivate you when times are rough as well. But right now we also do Hertz frequencies help you release and activate the mind. Okay? Which is why I create them. This is why I have 3 channels. I didn't want to put everything on one channel, be too much. So I do have 3 channels to help you the totality of your soul. Okay, I really do. All right. Then we have question your reality, dig deeper. Right? The ways of before, the question, the patterning of creation. Dig deeper. This was also part of the message on Facebook today. It came from 2 different decks, but it said intricate measures, pay attention to the details. Okay? And dig deeper. Emotions can be difficult, but the way of mastery is digging through them. Digging behind what meets the eye. Digging deeper. And this was part of the channeled message from the council as well. Is we have to truly dig deeper. Go deeper. Go deeper. You're never done. Okay? You're only done when you've released everything and you are a pure soul. Right? So keep digging deeper and deeper. You need to question your reality and you need to dig into everything that presents itself. You need to pay close attention to details because we need to transmute what does not align. So if you'd like help with transmutation, you can integrate the sigil into your heart space now. All right, my friends. That was the message from those. We do have a message from a loved one coming through here. So I need to bring that. This was my very first deck, by the way, right here. It's messages from our loved ones and guides. Guidance from the other side. Okay. So let's see what somebody's loved one has to say. There is a loved one coming through. So this sometimes can come from just our guides, but this is an actual like loved one for somebody, a message from the other side, okay, coming through here. So if it resonates with you, it's for you. So let's see what it says. Times are difficult. I understand. That's what I'm hearing. I feel actually like 3 people, but I just keep hearing times are difficult. We understand. Times are not normal. We understand this. Trust in your heart. Trust in your heart. Go to your heart where you were not taught to do before. Trust in your heart. Your heart knows the way, but it's difficult because we weren't taught to do that. And that's what's reflecting in this message. We must trust in our heart like we've never trusted in before. It's very subtle. Those subtle messages, those subtle nudges, they're not the ones that are loud and in your face. Okay? But you need to trust in your heart. We are so detached from our heart space. All right? And that's what the Matrix wants us to be. So that's part of the message. Let's see what the cards say. Pay attention to details. I'm hearing that again. Like I've been with you trying to get you to see me and you haven't seen me. I'm trying to get you to see me and you haven't seen me. There's something I've been trying to show you and tell you. And I'm here to help you grow and I'm here to help you glow. But it's not, it's like we are living with you. We are here with you. And you are growing closer to the ability to be able to see me. Whew. Had a sneeze trying to... Bless me. Bless me. Oh. Okay. Yes, so if you tune in, you can see me more. Like, I'm here. I hear you. I'm here. Can you hear me? I'm here for you. Can you hear me? I dropped one. Let me grab it. So somebody's loved one is like literally going, I'm right here trying to show you. Can you hear me? Are you seeing this? Please believe it's me. Okay. And then we have look for the signs. You need to stop. Slow down. Okay. That goes right with what I was saying. Look for the signs. That's kind of cool. Wow. All right. Anyways, look for the signs. Stop. Slow down. The world will try to distract you. It will constantly make you think otherwise. When you doubt, you blind it out. So just stop. Dig into the heart space. Question your reality, okay? Because there is something not being seen. That's what they're saying. Your loved one is saying that something is not being seen. So stop. Dig into it. Dig into it. Something is not being seen, so dig into it, right? And you see how it's like this, like it's a reflection of you. It's in you. It's from you, and it's not being seen. You're not seeing something on the outside, and this is what your loved one is saying. So please stop, be still, and look deeper. Okay? Calm, look deeper, because you need to see something. All right? Something is not being seen. And also accept the challenge. It will be worth it. Accept the challenge, because New Earth is soul growth. It's not just a given. You have to grow as a soul because we have to be whole. We cannot be fragmented or karmic play out anymore. So accept the challenge, whatever this challenge is for you. Soul growth is worth it. The challenge is worth it, okay? So whatever challenge is coming up in your energy right now, your loved one is saying it is worth it. A game of chess. You know how in chess, like, you know the moves, like you're thinking ahead about the moves you're going to make? Accept the challenge and it will be worth it. Okay, that challenge that you accept is going to change your moves. The doors, remember the doors. And finally, I am proud of everything you have done and will do. I am very proud of you. I accept you. Even if I didn't accept you on this side, even if I didn't recognize who you were when I was here with you, even if I didn't get to tell you then how proud of you I am, and that I always was, and that I always will be, even if I made you feel less than, I am very sorry. I am proud of everything that is you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of the challenges you accept. I'm proud of the things that you do. I'm proud of what brings you joy. I am proud of you. And I don't think this was said enough before. Okay? And now to end off this message for the eclipse, thank you to our loved ones who came through and brought that message. We have a surrender card. Surrender the need to be right. Surrender the need of ego. Surrender the need to be right. It's never about who's wrong and right. It's about where love is not. So I'm hearing that. Surrender the need to be right. And let's see what else comes out. I feel like there's a couple more in here. Stubborn. These are stubborn. There's stubborn energy at play here. So surrender stubbornness. You need to be more serving. You need to be more surrendering. You need to surrender. Oh, it's like you get somewhere and you think, oh, good, I'm good. Nope. Keep going. Surrender escapism. That's what I'm hearing as well. Surrender escapism. Oop, there's one. Whoop. All right. Okay, so we have surrender obsessive thinking. Okay, if you're obsessive about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Yes, give it to God. All right, just set it free, give it to God, and stay in the here and the now, but then envision what you want, because it's like the poison apple. Okay, to obsessively worry and think about something, it's like a poison apple. And it becomes toxic in your energy, and then you create things you don't want. So clear the mind, calm the space, stay in the here and the now, and always think about what you want. When you're in a higher frequency and something comes in that you don't want, you can redirect the energy, and that shouldn't be all it's about, okay? Surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. They're pointing to me a little bit on that one as well. So surrender deeper to miracles. Like, I believe in miracles, but sometimes we just get to where energy gets in, right? So clear it out. Raise a vibration. Miracles can only come through you. So whether you believe, if you don't believe in them, you block them, okay? So surrender to miracles. Believe, know that they're real, know that they exist. Release the resistance, banish any doubt that miracles can happen, because they can only come through you, not to you. And surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay? Beautiful message, because this eclipse is changing timelines. Wah, wah, wah. It is going to be like a boop, sudden shift into a new timeline, my friends. So let go of the past, believe in success, open up to miracles, surrender thinking too much, let it go, clear the mind, call your power back, and create through the divine, through love, through joy. Accept the growth challenges, because those are the ones where a challenge rises and you choose your comfort zone. You chose a door that will not rise. Okay? So much love, my friends. I hope you got out of this what you needed. I thank the Galactic Council and our loved ones that came through in spirit for guiding this through. Until next time, have a beautiful day. I will see you soon. If you want the healing in Patreon, join Patreon. There's so many healings in there. If you joined Patreon, you're going to have healing after healing after healing. And the way it works is no matter where you're at, they will stay in your energy until you're ready to receive. So you receive what you're ready for. So much love, my friends. Bye. Or the path to righteousness. You could still do that. It's honor to God. I'll see you next time.